Jandy back in the chair today. We're going to do some pretty spring wedding nails. And let me get her mic set up real quick. There we go. All right, come on in and settle in. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to remove the gel that she has on her nails. So let me get my chair lifted up here. It's easier if I kind of raise my chair up. And I'm going to raise you guys up as well, just a little bit here. And let me kind of tweak with you here. Okay. Oh, I'm going to turn on one more light. All right, we'll see if that helps a little bit. Hopefully so. I need to get another light whenever I get a chance, but it won't be at this moment. All right, Jandy, let me see what you got going on. All right, she has got nail art that we need to get off. So we're going to start with one hand. I'm going to go in with my safety bit. And I'm going to zoom you guys in a little closer so you guys can see. Okay, let's try that position. All right, get my e-file turned up to 20. All right. We're going to focus on mainly removing the color and taking down some of this bulk. We might not actually have to do much of an extension. Did we extend them last time, Jandy? Because they kind of either grew out or something. They're a little longer than I thought. Oh, goodness.
Edith? No.
Oh, goodness. Sorry, guys. The dog is being obnoxious. Edith, of course. She'll calm down here in a second. She likes to take a nap while we're doing nails, so she'll get comfy. She just thought she heard something. She thought somebody was at the door. And if you guys are coming in, and if you like watching nail content, if you like watching what I do, if you will remember to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, hit the like button, comment down in the chat so we can see who's all here, and give you a shout out. Hey, Sugar, how are you? I enjoyed your live earlier today, and I saw you're going to come on again. You'll have to tell Nellie I said happy birthday. All right, let's get this down on this side. We're going to build a little bit of an extension today, too, to give Jandy some longer nails. She's doing a wedding this weekend, and she wanted to have a pretty little wedding design. So that's what our goal is today. You ready for the wedding, Jandy? Are you all, you know what you're going to say and what your speech is and stuff? You got it all wrote down. Okay. Are they doing their own vows? Okay. Let's get your thumb. I got some new bits today, so I'm so excited. I love it when new bits come in because they're nice and sharp. And then I can just go extremely light on the nail. I feel like I've been slacking lately on nail stuff. My lupus has kind of been flared up, so. Hey, J-Rob. Hello. How are you? Okay, let me see your other nail. Your other nails.
Thanks for coming live.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
I told her you loved it. Happy birthday.
Aw.
Maria said hi.
Hey, Maria. Sugar's got an extra room now, so she gets to do a nail room. I know. I can't wait to see what she does. Hello.
Sugar is asking what you're doing.
We're gonna do wedding nails for Jandy because she's gonna be the minister at a wedding this weekend, and she wants to have pretty nails. So we're gonna do a little bit longer, and then kind of a spring wedding design. Should be fun. What'd you say?
Colors.
Oh, it's gonna be kind of like white, and then trying to think myself. White, like milky white background, and then we're gonna do some pretty flowers. Some spring flowers in the wedding colors, which is like eucalyptus, sage, and gold. So we'll mix a little bit of those colors in. Yeah, I know. I can imagine. I would be, I don't know, I would be, yeah, kind of devastated. I mean, you're happy for the kids, because hopefully they're, going to have a new adventure and get out there and make a go at the world, You want them to succeed and flourish. But at the same time, you get kind of sad for yourself. Because I love like having people in the house, So I can imagine. A little bit longer than what they are now. We're not going to go crazy long because Jandy's working this weekend too, or she's working all week. But she wants to be able to work, but still have pretty nails for the wedding. So that is our goal. All right, let me see your other hand, Jandy. I'm going to get in a little bit tighter where I left kind of around by the natural nail and by the skin where I left some of the polish. I'm going to go in with my cuticle bit to get that. And while I do that, I can prep her nails. So I'm going to go ahead at this stage and push back her cuticles. Just nice and soft. I know, sugar. Yeah. I can't even imagine. I know my mom she's had us kids out of the house forever now, and she still has empty nest syndrome. But she loves it. Like whenever we all get together, and hang out, or a bunch of us get together and hang out, I should say. It's never all of us anymore. But, times do be changing. New chapters. I'm just gently pushing this back. And let me see your other one. I like this little cuticle pusher. It's really, really nice. It's very soft. Do you like it better, Jandy, too, or do you not notice? It feels harder to you? Oh, well, I'll go a little softer then. She says it feels harder. Well, it does a better job. But I don't mind, though, the wooden cuticle pushers either. But I do feel like this one does a little bit better of a job. Feels better going on the nail. Maybe it feels harder to you because maybe I'm getting like more cuticle off. That's the ticket. Okay, now switch out bits. Go to my cuticle bit and we'll get in a little tighter. Switch me hands, if you will, Jandy. Okay, I'm going to go on a speed of 8,000 RPMs. And we're going to clean this up. And I'm going to prep the back part of her nail while I'm at it. And clean up around the cuticles. And that will pretty much be the bulk of my cuticle work. Unless she just happens to have something that's hanging on that we need to get a hold of. And right here, I'm just making sure I get my sides really good. And if there's any gel that I need to pop off of there that might interfere with our new gel application, then we're just going to get that off. Okay. Get that black off of there. Turn her finger this way because it's easier for me to work. Okay. And guys, we are going to practice. I'm going to do her extension with the dual forms because I need to practice my dual forms. So that should be fun. I'm trying to get better at it. I feel though like I'm getting better. I just need more work with it. I'm going to get right up. There you go. Okay, get this black off. I think it's always good to stay up on your dual forms and your Gel X and stuff. So even though that's not my preferred way to extend, I like to make sure I'm good at it. I'm somewhat fast at it.
You're going to leave the base product on and then add the form on top.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm leaving a good amount of gel still here on her nail. But we'll just be adding to it because we're going to extend anyway. And as long as this gel that's on her nail is in good shape, then I really just want to leave it on there. And as long as like the color's not going to interfere with our next color, so would be just fine. But I do want to be sure and get this black off of everywhere because we're going to be doing a milky white and I don't want you to be able to see the milky white. I mean, not, sorry. I don't want you to be able to see the black through the milky white. Okay, next hand, Jandy. There we go. Hey, Jude, how are you? Get this little bit. I can't wait for my new bits to come in. But Erica's ATA is having a sale that, well, today at least. It may be tomorrow too, but I know it's today. I think today might be the last day, I feel like. So I went ahead and ordered my bits. I ordered, I think, 5 bits. Kind of same bits, just a little bit different because I wanted to see which ones I like better. What shape. Get that bright orange off. There we go. But otherwise, are you all ready, Jandy?
Yep.
You got your outfits, you got your everything, socks and shoes and...
Maybe that's good then.
Huh?
That pages in my book filled out.
Good, good.
Read it.
Are they all ready? Or are you going to go to the wedding rehearsal too this weekend, or how's that going to work?
Just need to show up early to
Gotcha.
make sure.
Are they all ready? Have you heard?
I haven't heard, but I assume so.
Jandy's been a minister now for how long? A couple of years? Yeah, over 10 years. Yep. Done many weddings. I usually go for moral support and just to meet everybody. Alrighty. Let's get this out the way. Change my bits. Phew! Goodness, I'm so sorry. Woo. Thank you, Jandy. There's like a little bit of gel on here I want to get off. I don't know where that even came from. I didn't see it.
Yes, they are.
Okay, we'll go gently. I'm just gonna go on 6,000 RPMs, and I'm just gonna hit this pink. Oh, I know what it was from when we did the little pink on your nails a couple weeks ago, or several weeks ago now, actually. Okay, I'm gonna take off this. There's a little bit of green. I brought from another set. Did I not get this one? Okay, I want to get it as light as possible because that milky white is really going to show anything else. Let me get this. That black likes to come back and haunt you. Okay, let me see the other one just to make sure I got everything. Maybe I'll hit this one right here again. Okay, that one looks good. Let me just make sure I get this little bit of bright orange off. Okay. All right, now we're ready. Okay, let's get you cleaned up. I'm going to use my swipe. And my little dust brush. I just put some swipe on here. And I'm actually going to kind of go back and forth. And then just make sure I dust anything out of there that I need to. Okay. Get a little bit more on my brush. Okay, let me see this hand.
Kangaroo came to the vet today.
Oh, are you being serious? I didn't know that y'all did exotics.
I don't know that we do.
Oh.
Maybe they just brought it.
Ah. And it was an actual kangaroo, or was it the other one, the tiny ones? That's the tiny ones, right? The wombat?
This is kangaroo.
Oh, I wonder if they mean wombat. It looks like a wombat to me.
Wombat is like a giant hamster, I think.
What? Maybe it's not wombat. Maybe it's a. Oh, what are those What are the smaller kangaroos, guys? I don't know why I can't think of it right now. I still see like the tiniest bit of black.
Hazel said hi.
Hey, Hazel.
Rhonda Rhonda says, huh?
Rhonda. Okay, I'm going to go in and still go right back and get a little bit of this black on the sides because I don't want that to screw up our nails.
Wallaby.
Wallaby, thank you so much. I knew. I was like, wombat? Wallaby, yes. It's a wallaby candy, I think. I know they're calling it a kangaroo, but I think it's a wallaby. When I was working for the vet one time, I had somebody call from Oklahoma and they wanted to know if we saw wallabies. Well, I thought a wallaby was like a breed of dog. So I said yes. Well, then they headed up like to come into the clinic. And when I told the guy I worked for, the doctor I worked for, that a wallaby was gonna, not a wallaby, yeah, a wallaby was gonna be coming in. He got so upset with me. He was like, "You find the number to those people, you call them back and tell them I do not see exotic animals."
Lillian said hi.
Hey, Lillian. Okay. All right. Even though I went back in and we did some things, caused some more dust, I'm just going to quickly go over her nails because we didn't create that much dust. Let me see this hand. Okay. Alrighty. Now let me get my forms. We're going to size her fingers. I'm just going to leave the length of her nails. And let's see, this one, by the way, is from Sarah and Friends. I got it from Sweetie Nail Supply. They're just a very easy, kind of natural shape. And let's see if we can size them to Jandy's hand here. Okay, we want the side walls to fit in where the side walls are, which this one looks good. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of set that one there. And typically what I do is like if this one fits the thumb, then I'm just going to use this one for the thumb on both hands, okay?
Why are we using these?
Huh?
Why are we using these?
Because I want to practice with them.
Oh.
Are you objecting?
I don't know.
They're fine. They're going to work. They're going to work good, I promise. Okay, we just want it to set in there real nice, which it's going to. That one looks good. That one's going to be her pointer. And then I need to go up a size, which let's see, where's up a size? That's down a size, I think. Up a size. No, it needs to be, I mean, it kind of fits good, but I think I'd feel better with a little bit more. Okay, let's try this one. Here, I'm going to put that one over there. All right, that fits good. That's the middle. I'm going to come back down over here for probably this finger. Yep. Okay. And then for Pinky Guy, let's try this one and see if it works. Yeah, that works. Okay. All right, we're all ready. I'm going to use the same forms on both hands. And I want to start off. So she's already dehydrated. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Universal Air Bond, which is by Dorda. And we're going to hit each of these nails. I want to make sure I get it all over that nail surface. And probably here in a minute, you guys are going to see why I need to practice with my dual forms. But it's good, though, that we're going to get the practice. And Jandy's nails will be beautiful. I know she's a little worried because I don't think we've done dual forms on her very often, if ever. Have we done dual forms? We did dual forms on you, I feel like, once at least, right?
No.
Oh, no. She says no. Okay. They're going to be good. I just can't do them on myself. I suck at that. Okay. I'm going to get my light ready. Okay, just kind of put it right there. Let me get my base gel, and we're just going to use Young Nails base. And I guess actually I can kind of push this out the way till we get going. All right. Okay, I'm going to grab a little bit of this base, just a tiny amount, and we're going to apply it to each nail just to give us a good adhesion layer. And I'm really going to work this in everywhere that I need it. Give me maybe a little bit more. It's just going to be a nice thin layer. And I'm just kind of scrubbing it in. Okay, let me go back over here. Scrub it in and pull it down. And I just saw a wee hair. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Lillian is asking what design.
We are going to do a spring wedding nail set. So it will be very pretty and springy. It's going to look fabulous. Okay, let's get your thumb, and then I'm going to have you go in the nuker. And so I'm just kind of getting it all over that thumbnail, working it in. Okay, Jandy, in the nuker with that one, and let me get your other one. All right.
Olive sent Lucky Clover.
Thank you, Olive. Happy St. Patty's Day. Can't even believe we're here. I feel like all month I was like waiting for St. Patrick's Day, and now that it's here, I feel like it should be over with. I feel like it should have been a couple weeks ago. That's how I was the other night when I couldn't sleep. I felt the same way. I was like, oh my gosh, is it not morning yet? I got me a little outfit from Shein to wear to the wedding, but like the top fit real good. It was real pretty, but then the bottoms like are way too big. So I'm just gonna wear some black leggings with my Shein top, and then I got a little shawl on Shein. But it was like a set, so you had to order like, if you wanted to order a medium set, then you got medium tops and bottoms. Yeah, I'm gonna wear. Oh, you mean the wrap dress? I have a wrap dress too. If I can wear that too. Either way. Okay, nuke Jandy. Nuke it, Jandy. All right. While she's doing that, I'm gonna grab my Young Nails hard gel that we're gonna use to extend, and I want to use. Let me find it here. I think we'll use concealer pink. Yeah, we'll use concealer pink. Okay, give me one of your hands. All right, I'm going to start off with this one. And what I want to do before we use the dual forms, I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my little mat here. Yeah, let's put a little, squeeze a little bit of this on here just so it's ready to use. And I want to apply this just in kind of key areas on my nail. And we're going to use that to start with. So I want to put this right back here at the back. All along the back, and then I want to bring it down each side. So we're going to make kind of a U shape. I want a little bit more over here. And that's just to make sure we've got the strength in there. Okay, so it doesn't need to be perfect at all. I just want to make sure that everywhere where I know I could have a problem with the strength, that I'm avoiding that by applying this in those areas. So I want to make sure it's kind of at the back, so that way I don't have to worry about any of that gel spilling out. And then it's going to come down the side wall. Give me a little bit more. Down that side wall and this one. And this will just be easier when using that dual form, because I tell you, I find since I'm kind of newer at using the dual forms, that's where I have my problems. And I think everybody kind of does. Starting out with the dual forms have issues with the side walls and the back, and it kind of wanting to spill out, or possibly not making it thick enough, especially on the side walls. So this way, I just go ahead and take care of that before we do anything else, and then I don't have to worry about it. Get a little bit more on my brush.
Rye said hi.
Hey, Rye. Okay. Let's get your thumb. Let's see here. Want to get it all along this back part. I'm going to do a little bit more. And then I'm going to bring it down my side. And same over here. Okay, nuke this one. Let me go ahead and put a little bit more on my palette.
Brittany.
Hey, Brittany. Okay, Jandy, let me see your hand. I know Jandy's excited about doing something new. I'm kidding. She's probably like, oh, great. We're going to be here all night long because she's going to struggle.
Pop off.
I know. They're not going to pop off, I promise. We're using hard gel. And we did a great prep, and we're going to make them strong enough. That's kind of been a learning curve for me, I will say. Is knowing like how much gel to put in that dual form. It's a little tricky, and you got to play with it. But definitely, I will say, though, the more that you play with it, the better you get. And I have applied it on my fingers and then had to take it off because I didn't apply the right amount enough times. Okay, let's get down this side wall and down this side wall. I want a little bit more on this side. Okay. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I definitely want the gel in these areas. But we're going to have filing and stuff to do at the end, so pull this down that side wall. Okay, let me see this one, and then you'll be going in the nuker. I do think dual forms are really, really nice. And I love watching people work with them. I think they come out so pretty. It's just hasn't been, they look like it's real easy to do the application on them. And it's not as easy as it looks. It's definitely some practicing on it and getting familiar with it. Okay, nuke. All right, so we've got that. Now what we're going to do is kind of set ourselves up here for success. So let me go ahead and I'm going to start with our pinky. So we've got our pinky form. And I am going to place a little drop, place a little drop in our form here. Of course, this here is going to be the area that's going to go on the nail. There we go. So about half as long as of what you're looking to create. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this out just a bit, make sure it covers it. I don't know if you have to do this part. I do this part because I feel like it probably helps me. I'm going to pull it down a little bit more. All right. I feel like that should be good. Maybe a little bit more. I'm going to go a little bit longer because we can always take it shorter. I'd rather do that. Just kind of leveling it. Okay, let me see you, Jandy. Yep, this one. Okay, I'm going to get let me get my light ready. Okay, here is my light. I'm going to work it in here. Just kind of maybe like right there. Here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn my light on. Or here, Jandy, I'm going to tell you when to turn the light on, okay? And you're going to hit the top of that little lamp. Got it? All right, so let me get this real quick. Hold on. I need a little bitty napkin for myself. Okay. All right, so I am going to go 45-degree angle, rock this down, pay attention to how much pressure that you're using to put it on. You want your side walls to meet up where they're supposed to. Jandy, will you go ahead and then move your finger under here? Okay, I'm going to pull that out real quick, so it should be good on there. But what I want to do is turn your hand over. I want to look under here, and anything that I need to pull out, we're going to go ahead and pull it out. So that way there's not a huge, uh-oh, it wasn't on there good. Well, this can happen. No, your hand goes that way, sorry. All right, let's try this again. Hang on. Oh, am I going to have to completely? I think I'm going to have to completely do this again. I thought maybe it was on there long enough to attach, but it wasn't. Okay, let's try this again. Take that off. It's okay. It's got a little bitty bit down in there. It's fine. All right, let's do this again. Okay, put our amount in here. I'm going to go ahead and spread it out. You want it somewhat even in the well. Okay. All right, you ready, Jandy? Okay, let me get this on your nail first, and then I'll tell you when. Okay, 45-degree angle, pressure downwards. Ready? Okay. Had a little bit that spilled out on the side, but that's okay. We can file it off. Okay, move that back, Jandy. Let me look under your nail. Okay, now I can kind of make for some room in here. Okay, hand back over. Okay, if you'll go in the nuker, Jandy, for me. All right, let's get on to the next one. Put some more in our well. Let's move this about in here. Okay, looks pretty good. All right, let me see you. Okay, I'm going to get this ready again. 45-degree angle. Rock that down till the sides end up where the sides are supposed to be. Okay, Jandy. Okay, move that away from us. I'm going to flip her hand over. And I'm just going to spread this out a little bit better. Okay, and then in the nuker. So see, it goes pretty smooth after you get it going. All right, let's pour our next one in.
Leah said hi.
Hey, Leah. I'm going to pull it back just a hair. Okay, let me see your finger, Jandy. Whoop. Okay. All right, hang on to the sucker. All right, here we go. Get our light kind of ready. I'm going to go 45-degree angle. Press down until the sides line up where they're supposed to be. Okay, Jandy? Okay. Turn your hand over. spread this out a little bit more. And the big nuker. We're almost one hand down. How are you feeling, Jandy? You don't know yet? Are you trusting the process? Okay. Let's put a little bit more gel in here. I'm going to make this a little bit smoother. Okay. All right, let me see your finger. Get my light ready again. Okay, 45-degree angle. Line up your sidewalls with your sidewalls, and we're ready, Jandy. Okay, turn your hand over. We really needed a little bit more, so I can still, let me show you guys. So what I can do is still just squeeze a little bit in this tip into the well, and just add it. I need still one more little drop over here. Okay, and the nuker. All right, last one. I'm going to let my gel kind of come to the tip here. All right. Just kind of spread this out. I see a hair on my brush. Try not to get it in there. Okay, I think I want to even this out just a tiny bit more. Get a little bit more on the sides. Okay, let me see you. Okay, I'm going to line up my sidewalls. All right, Jandy. Okay, hand over. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more in the well. I knew I probably didn't add enough in that well. Okay, turn your hand back over. And okay, it rocked off again. Okay, Jandy, if you'll put that light back on. It's okay, we're still where we need to be. Okay, and the nuker. And then once you go 60 seconds, Jandy, in there, if you'll turn your hand over the other way and do 60 seconds upside down, okay? Because I want to go ahead and get it from the bottom and top, okay? While she's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and just clean off my little palette here. So that way we've got a fresh palette to go whenever she finishes. Hey, Becky. How are you? All right, there's that. I think Jandy is still going. Let me grab some more tissues just so we have them on hand. Okay. She's got one more round of 60 seconds to go. And while she's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and just get my little napkin set up here. I'm going to get a little bit of our swipe on this napkin. I keep seeing a fuzzy. I can't get it away from me. Okay. And there's your back. Okay, Jandy, that should be good. You should be all good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pop these off. So I'm just going to squeeze, and they're just going to pop right off, okay? But I am going to kind of keep them where I need them because we're going to use these same ones for the next hand. So I'm going to keep them in order. If there's any kind of I'm going to show you here in a second. If there's any kind of hole that was created, or if there is some gel that didn't quite get down on right on top of that nail, we'll just end up filing off. Like there's this one I can tell a little bit. We'll end up filing that off just a little bit and then applying some more product. But at least we got to practice in. Okay, put that there where I need it. All right. I'm going to go ahead, take the sticky off. Let's get this one. Okay, let me see your other hand. All right, same thing on this hand. And we can try to apply a little bit better this time. Okay. Even though we did really good. I know, don't worry about it. Jandy says, oh, the back is lifting up. It's okay, we're going to file that down, and then I'm going to add where I need to. That's why I applied that at the back when we very first started out, because remember I told you I have problems with that because it's tricky. Okay, you ready, Jandy? Okay, I'm going to go 45 degrees, press down to your sides line up, and we're ready, Jandy. I'm just holding it in place. Want to make sure it gets on there. I'm going to turn her over, and she's running a little bit. It's okay. I'm going to pull this out just a little. Okay, and the nuker. While she's in the nuker, I'm going to go ahead and get my next nail ready. But you do get a little faster. You get a little bit better each time, I feel like. And then one day, we'll just be blowing through this. Okay, let me see your hand. Okay. 45 degrees. And rock that down. And then we're ready, Jandy. Okay, turn your hand over. Thank you. Pull this out. Okay, and the nuker. While she's in the nuker, get our next one. I'll let my gel flow. Okay.
Kieran says, hi, how long have you been doing this for?
The dual form's not very long. So I started using dual forms back when I was in school, which was about 3 years ago. I don't use them very often, but I'm trying to pick them back up to make sure I can. You know what I mean? Okay, Jandy, I'm ready for you. Push it back a little bit. Okay, Jandy, I'm ready. Okay. Turn your hand over. Pull this out a little bit. Okay, nuke. Time, though, has really been flying by. I feel like when you're doing all the nail things, trying to build your business, time kind of flies. Oop, we need a little bit more over here. Okay, Jandy? All right, we're ready for you. Okay, hand over. Oh, thank you, Jandy, for thinking about that. It's already starting to cure. It's okay. Let me see. Was that where I went? No, I'm over here. I was wondering. I was like, gosh, it's already cured. Okay, nuke. One left. And then we get to do our nail art after we shape. But we won't have a whole lot of shaping to do because it's already going to have a real pretty shape. We'll have to do a little bit, trust me, because I know, especially at the back, that on the other hand for sure. Okay. Okay, I'm ready for you. Okay, Jandy. Uh-oh. I'm kind of sliding on her finger. Hopefully I've got it on straight. Okay, turn your hand over. All right, let's get under here. I think I want to do a little bit thicker on this side. Just to make sure I've got enough. Okay, under the nuker, Jandy. And then once that hand finishes, if you will, just put that in the nuker for us. Upside down. Sorry, I forgot to say upside down. Okay. All right, so let me put these out the way for a sec. And let's get our duster again, our dust collector. And I'm going to change my bit back into that same bit that we used to remove the product. So let's get that on there. Okay, Jandy.
Kylie and Mandy said hi.
Hello, Kylie and Mandy. All right, let's take a look. So this one, we've got good adhesion at the back. I just need to clean up my sides. This one, I do want to go ahead and file some of this and probably reapply that just right at the back. This one looks good. Just that little ledge. That one I do need to fix the back. This one I need to fix the back. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's get going. Get my e-file on here. I'm going to go ahead and use my e-file just to shape a little bit of the front. Just kind of take this in just a little bit so that way it's easier to shape. Okay, let's go back. So I want to get a little bit of this right here where it's very, very bulky. Okay, this a little bit at this back. I don't want to get too close to the skin with this bit, but I am going to get close. Okay. Yeah, this was the one that I needed to. So wherever it's not attached well, or if it seems like there might be a hole there, you're going to want to go ahead and file that off, which is just right about there, a little bit further. Okay, and we're going to build on that back part here. Just take it right up to it. Okay, I can still feel a little bit, so I want to go ahead, do a little bit more. You can feel where it's not quite on there. Okay, it's getting better. Okay, let's do your thumb. It'll flake off real easy if it wasn't attached. Like it's doing. Like so. Okay, that feels good. I'm just going to get it a little tighter up in here. Okay. Let's look at the underside. I want to see lengthwise how they're doing. Okay, this one looks to be the shortest one, this finger. So I'm going to go ahead and measure, see how far we're coming on this finger. And so if we go 0 to 2, so right at about 2. I'm going to go ahead and file the edge here like I want it. Just come straight out here. It's already kind of straight out there anyway, but then let's hit it in here. Get our very tip shaped the way we want it. So I'm going to come in a little bit more on the sides. I'm also looking to see where's the center of that nail and just kind of imagining where that center would be. Keep that in mind as you go. And just a little bit on each side until you kind of get that shape that you're wanting, and then you can come further out on the sides. Just remember where that center of your nail is. Let's go a little bit more pointed. A little bit more again. Make sure you line up the underneath. I want it a little thinner at the tip. What we do to one side, we need to do to the other, right? And then even it up. Okay, I like that shape. I'm going to go ahead and just soften out the sides and over that top of the nail. Okay, I like that a lot, so let's leave that one alone. We want this one to be 2. So let's put the 0. It's right at 2, so that's perfect. Okay. Same with this one. Let's get our side, which our sides really already look good, but get them a little bit better. Then let's hit the tip. Let's come in a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to come up on these sides. At about a 30-degree angle is my slant on the sides. I just kind of go gently right over the top. Okay, those two look great. All right, let's go to this one. 2 to 2, so just about right. All right, let's get our side walls. Can you guys see pretty good at this angle? A little bit more in here. And over here. Level the underside. Oh, we measure 2 to 2. Yep.
Summer,
Hey, Summer. I have a little cousin named Summer. Well, she's not little anymore. But I say little. Okay. Okay, keep that idea in mind about where your center is. Let me look at these guys. Okay. Coming up on my sides, I need to rebuild that back, so I don't really need to do too much back there. But I am going to go ahead, if it looks kind of thick, I'm just going to hit it, okay? Let's see this one. 2, and it goes pretty good past the 2. So let's take this down. I'm going to go ahead and turn my duster on since we got to file down a ways. Okay, a little bit less. Straighten that out. Let's tuck in these sides so we can give it a pretty almond shape. Remember where that center is going to be. Thumbs are a little tricky because they can kind of not sit quite right. Would be the best way I would say it. You just kind of got to look at it from many different angles to make sure you're filing it straight, which we're going to do on all the fingers, of course. So get it as nice and straight as you can from this side. And then we're going to do client profile here in a sec. I want to get a little bit more up in here. Get a little bit of this off. There we go. Okay. Get that underside just a little bit. I'm going to turn you client profile. I'm going to back us up just a hair so you guys can see better. Okay, I'm going to start with the finger I started with. So let me take a look at the shape. If you'll just kind of hold those there for me, Jandy. I want it a little bit more pointed. So remember where your center is. Okay, I like that. I want this just a hair more rounded. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Okay, looking good. All right, this one needs some help here. Let's see. It's centered, I feel like. It just needs a little bit of tweaking. Okay. Let's take a look. Do your thumb this way for me. There you go. You can relax it a little bit, Jandy. Okay. Relax. Okay. Okay. Okay, go back to normal. Let me see. Okay, I think it looks pretty good. So, all right, let's clean these up. Well, actually, before we clean them up, since we've got our stuff on here, we might as well go ahead and clean from out from underneath the nail. And then we're going to add some on top. Let me get my e-file back on, about 10,000 RPMs. I'm going to clean out some of this thickness in here. And you just want to try to keep it as smooth as you can. So that way it's nice and comfortable under her finger. That way whenever she goes to feel it, it doesn't feel goofy. I made these pretty thick under here too. But that's okay. I'd rather make them thick than too thin. Okay. Jandy says it's getting hot, so we're just gonna just a little bit at a time. This one again is pretty thick, so we'll probably do a little bit and then come back. We're just kind of dipping in and out. Okay, I'm gonna go over to your thumb. She's got a little bit of this natural nail hanging down. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. I need to probably fill in a little bit more on this one. I'm going to get a different bit to get further in there on this one, because I want it to be nice and smooth and I want all of her nail covered. So I know she said it was getting hot, so I want to switch bits here in a sec. If I need to get in closer to her skin, which I know I do. So, okay. I'm going to go ahead and clean her up, because we're going to add more gel. All right, let's see you, Jandy. Let's get her brushed off. Get all that dust off of there. Okay, let me see underside. This thumb I need to work on a little bit. Okay. All right, turn your hand back over. Okay. Look how pretty, though, they're going to look. They're going to look very pretty, Jandy. We just need a little bit more on this one that we need to build. Let's put this here. Get our gel again. And I'm just going to kind of mimic the other nails, okay? So I know I need some on here, just like these. So a thin amount there, a little thicker over here. And then let's keep that apex up there, right on the top. And pull it over. I want a tiny bit more just to make sure that it's going to be thick enough, okay? I'm going to just put this just right up at the apex. Because we're going to file in our shape anyway. And we're just going to get it to match the other nails. Okay, Nuke. While she's nuking, let me grab another bit so I can get it tighter. All right. Here we go. Okay, Jandy, let me see you. Okay, let me see this nail. Okay. Do the same thing on this one. I see now this was that thumb that we kind of slipped on, I think. Or was it the other one? Shoot, I can't remember. But either way, I feel like it needs some help on its side too. But we'll get it. Okay. Let's put this. Hang on here. Let me get a form so I can extend this a little bit better. Okay, here we go. Let's put this on the back. Just going to barely pinch these together. Okay. I just kind of want it to be sure and get on this side here without causing a problem. We're going to go shorter on that one nail, so. Let's bring this out a little bit. Jandy, if you'll nuke that for me. Okay, she's going to go in the nuker with that. Let me see your other hand. Okay, let's get these off. See how we did. Looking good on that one. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay, nice. Yeah, we slipped on this one. It's okay though. We'll fix it. All right, let's get her wiped down with a little bit of swipe. So that way she'll be ready to go. Okay, let me see your nail, Jandy. Or is it still cooking?
Got 17 left.
Okay, go 17. And while she's doing that, I'm going to switch bits. Again, going with this other little bit underneath that nail. Alrighty. Okay, let me see you. Take this off here. Here, Jandy, I'll move your hand so that way it's more comfortable. Go this way. There you go. Okay. Just going to wipe the sticky off. Okay, I'm going to get in closer so I can get her natural nail here. Let me see what I'm doing. Okay, clean it out so you can keep seeing what you're doing. Clean you out a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to do this a little bit better, clean it out, because I am going to, I know Jandy's nail kind of curls under, so I don't want to get too much. I don't want to take her natural nail down way, way far. So what I'm going to do, let that dry for a second. Okay. Once it dries, which it should be any second, let me see back over. Okay, let me see if we're going to be able to, let me do a little bit thicker so I can get that shape in there. Pull that right down the top. We just want to make sure we've got enough gel. And I know I'm going to get this side thinner, but I want to go ahead and okay, I want to go a little bit thicker here. Okay, Jandy, if you'll turn your finger, yep, you got it. And I'm just going to put this right down in here, fill in this hole. Make sure her natural nail is all sealed up in there, which we just about got it. Okay, Jandy, in the nuker. And you'll go 60 seconds right side up and then 60 seconds upside down, okay? That way your whole nail is secured, which will certainly make me feel a lot better. All right, let me see your other hand while we wait. Okay, let's measure. So 0 to 2 is just a little bit that we got to take off there. Let me go ahead and do that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take care of our sides. And then I'm going to take a little bit of that length off. Get this side in a little bit. Okay, let's get this guy. Yep, a little good amount here. So we want to take that length down and get that side. Whoop, sorry, Jandy. I know I didn't get you, but sorry, I slipped and... Okay, let's get this one. Let's keep our length, but take the sides in. This one. Same, just the sides. Okay. And thumb. Oh, good amount on the thumb. Okay. We go a little faster so I can get this down because we got a good ways to go on this one. Just measure. Okay, good enough. All right. Let me see your other hand, Jandy. Okay, let's get the tops of these shaped. This should be pretty easy. I'm going to get my arbor band. We're going to take that sticky off the top. It's on this one and this one. And sticky is on top and bottom. Okay. Now we just want to make them look like the other ones. That's going to be the trick here. Okay, we'll go at 12,000 RPMs. And let me just kind of keep one close by at hand and match this up. Let's see. I'm going to rest my finger. Okay, let's see this one. They're still looking really good though. I'm so glad. Okay, let's get this side. Okay, I want this a little bit thinner. Okay, turn this finger over for me. Okay, I want to get this a little bit better, and I don't want to use my arbor band to get that. I want to actually use my little white ceramic bit here. Okay, let's go 15,000 RPMs. And I'm just going to, just like we did before, I'm going to go ahead and keep it though where it's going to cover her nail. And then I just want to make sure it's nice and thin at the tip. A little bit thinner than that. Okay. Hand back over. Okay, let's get you filed up.
Why don't you have the suction thing?
Oh, I just forgot. And then by the time I remembered, I was already in the middle. So I thought, well, hails fails. Okay, I'm just going to go over the top. Make it as nice and natural looking as we can get it. Thin out that top. Go this way. Okay. A little bit better over here. So remember, her nail dips down, so we're lifting it up with this nail. So it's going to kind of create a little bit of a different shape for her. Okay, let me see your other one. Okay, let's get this one. Let's line up our sides. And I'm just going to line up the sides on all of them. Get that part taken care of. Line up my side. I have a feeling this thumb won't be as much work. Probably a little bit of work, but not as much. Okay, let's get our dust collector on. Back out and on. Okay. There we go. Remember where that center of the nail is that you're trying to create. Get it as straight as you can this way. Okay. Scoot you back just a hair. There you go. Thank you guys for hanging in there if you're still if you're still watching patiently. Hello, how are you? Okay, let's come in a little bit more on this side. Even this out. A little bit more over here. Still a little bit more. Okay. Come in on the front. Let me know, guys, if I start drifting off. I know sometimes when I'm filing, I can't watch as well. And sometimes I'll be drifting off. But I feel like this is such an important part to watch, so at least I learn a lot whenever I watch people. I feel like Jandy might have been kind of twisted just a hair. I got her straight now. Okay. Same here. Okay, there you go. Okay. Let's go over her nails with our file, with our e-file. All right, switch to my arbor band. Whoops. We need to leave that on. I turn my e-file on. We're going to go 15,000 RPMs. And we're just going to smooth everything out. Oh, there's some loose gel. I think we had the same problem on the same finger. This one though, I know on Jandy, this one goes down a little bit more than her other ones. It just bends down just a little bit more. So that's probably what kind of helped with that. Make sure we kick off any gel that might be loose. There we go. Okay. Same with this one. We're just going to have a little bit to fix. Okay. Upside down, Jandy? We'll go underneath on this hand. I'll kind of bounce around so that way that heat doesn't build up. Let's go back over here. Okay, let me get your thumb. If you'll go the other way for me. There you go. Well, this one's not as bad as the other one, so we won't have to do as much. Just need to kind of thin it out. Okay. All right. Let's go over it with our file just a little bit and see where we need to add. So I know we're going to add on the middle one. Just right back behind here. Just get this kind of, make sure there's not any lifting underneath this top portion. Okay, no, it feels good. All right. Okay. And we'll put some on this one, back towards the back. And on this side. All right, let's get you cleaned up. underneath. Okay. All right, let's get our gel. We're almost done, guys, with this part. Then we got to do our nail art. But we're almost done building. All right. Thank you for staying with me, guys. All right, let's get some on the back of this guy. Build it up. I want a little bit more, just to make sure I've got enough to file in my shape. Just right on top of that apex. Okay, nuke. If you'll nuke it just for like 15 seconds, and then I'm going to do your thumb, okay? If you guys are enjoying yourself, if you will remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We're almost on to the fun part. Hang in there. They're going to be really pretty when we finish. All right, let me see you. Okay, let's get your thumb. Same thing over here. We're just building it up at the back. Try to not get your brush all up in it, but if you do, know that it's okay, because I do it a lot. A lot of times it's because I can't see as well, so I'm up in it by the time I realize I'm in it. But that's okay. It happens. Get our apex back up here. And pull it on down. Okay, nuke. You'll go for a full 60 seconds. Let me see your other hand over here. Alrighty. Do I need to add just like a tiny bit, I think, onto here? Just to make sure it's really good. Add here to the back. Goodness, Belle. Okay, a little bit more. It's the middle and the thumb that we had to kind of tweak. Let's pull this down. Okay, looks good. And the nuker with that one. Okay, while she's the nuker, I'm going to go ahead and get my polishes ready. So I know we want a milky base. So let me grab, I have got this, which I got off of Amazon, Mermita, and I love it. It's a really, really pretty milky. Let me see you, Jandy. Okay, let's get her washed down and shaped on these couple of nails. And then we need to look at her shape from her profile and make sure that she looks good. Okay. Let me get this just a little bit better. And we're also going to compare the nails with each other. You know, make sure that they match with the other hand, right? So We don't want them not to match. I'm just going to go over this with my file, just real quick. Relax, Jandy. There you go. Because I don't need to take too much off. I didn't add too much. I added probably just about right. So take this a little bit, tiny bit thinner. Okay. This one looks a tiny bit long. And even though I haven't compared it with the other ones, it still looks a little long. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock a little bit more off. Okay, let's get your thumb. Let's get the shape in here again. Remember, the thumb is going to be hard to look at on her profile. So just get it best you can and look at it from all different angles. Make sure it looks pretty good, okay? I'm going to go ahead with my e-file on this one because I did make this one a little bit thicker. Okay, I wanted to make sure I was in the camera view. Okay. Let's get our side. This side. Okay, now let me go back to my file real quick and just kind of shape it up a little bit better, a little tighter. Thinner. Okay, let me do client profile. And let's look at these nails. Let me see your other hand, Jandy. Okay, that looks pretty good. I want to do this a little bit tucked in at the tip. Not much though. Okay, let me see your other one. Okay, this one needs to be thinner at the tip again. And in through that body. Okay, looks good. Let me see middles. Okay, again, thinner. Okay, pointers. Yep, thinner. Okay, and let's get this thumb a little bit better. Let me compare with your other thumb. Okay, looking good. All right, you can put that other thumb away. Okay. All right, let's get you cleaned up. And on to painting. all that dust off of there. Get it off the desk, off her hand. Alrighty. Let's see your other one. It's okay. I'll get you. Okay, make the other hand. All right, here we go. Now for the fun part. Let's do our Milky White. Edie's chewing her big old bone. Just do a nice kind of thin layer first time around because we want them to look very put together because we spend a lot of time. I do see, hold on, this nail has got something on it. It just needs to be buffed out like just the tiniest bit more on this side. There is something right there. Okay, I think I got it. All right. I'm going to move on to the next nail just to make sure. Here, we'll come back because it's probably dry by now. Okay, nice thin layer. Nice thin layer. Sometimes that dust be wanting to get everywhere. All over your pretty nails. Okay, and the nuker. This is your other hand. Alrighty. I'm almost out of my Mamita. It's such a pretty soft white. It's one of my favorite ones that I have. I wish the handle was a little bit longer. That would be my only complaint. Well, and the bottle could be, there could be more in the bottle. see a little something. There we go. Okay. Uh-oh, the Bella's tired of waiting. It's okay, this part will go fast. We finished the hard part. Okay, and the nuker, Jandy? Okay, let me see. One more coat of this. Just nice and sheer. See a little hair. Okay, there we go. I love a pretty milky white. But when you have little flecks of dust, we don't want that in there. A little bit more on the tip here. Okay, nuke. Let me see this hand. Looks like that white kind of settled a little bit more on her crease back there. It's okay though, we'll nuke this, and then if we have to kind of buff it out, we will. It's just on that one finger, which is kind of strange, but. It's okay.
Hey. No.
Uh-oh, there is some more dust on here. It's probably coming from me. Okay, done. Okay, in the nuker. Okay, let's get my palette so we can paint. And we want some white and some kind of sagey green. Let me get sage green. Probably, let's see, this one's too dark. I think I'm going to go with one of these three. This one looks too light. I'll stick with these. Okay, and then white. And I've got a bold white, so we'll go with bold white. All right. I'll kind of mix these two greens around. So I'll put a little bit on my palette here. Oh, goodness. I don't know what they're throwing a fit about.
Hey, no more.
Okay, Jandy.
No more.
Jandy is as loud as they are, and
No.
she's as scary as they are.
Cool down.
Okay. All right, sage green. And another kind of sagey green, maybe a little bit more eucalyptus in this one. Well, you see, I think we have some questions, Jandy, if you want to tell me. If you want to tell me about them. Okay, let me see your nail. All righty, we'll get after this here.
Last one was about the suction thing.
Oh, the suctioner. Okay, yeah, so we kind of don't need it now, do we? All right, I'm going to dip in my different greens here. We're going to draw some leaves is what we're going to start out with. So how about we do, let's see, kind of, let's do that one. Let's do a little, how about little on this guy. Do some coming over this way. Maybe a little bit further here. And let's see. This is the middle finger, so how about we do a little bit longer of a stem with a few leaves. And maybe one kind of coming this way. We've got this little bit, maybe we do, let's see, we'll do from this way. And let's do, maybe we do another little one right in here with a little pull out. Okay, on this guy, how about we do and then a bigger branch over in here with pull out. Maybe a couple pull outs. Okay, I feel like that one's good. Let's get this one. How about we do one kind of coming up here with a little leaf. And think of how I want to do this. One through here. I hear you, Miss Bella. About one right in through here. And thumb. We do this way, and maybe a little one kind of coming here. Okay. Let me see. Go back to, oh, if you'll nuke that, Jandy, just for like 5 seconds. We don't need long at all. Dip into my white. Okay. You're probably ready. Let's go. All right, we're just going to do kind of like some little daisies. So 3 or 4 leaves, whatever you got room for. Just kind of hit it. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do all the ones going up first, and then we'll do the ones going down. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, nuke. Just for like 5 seconds. Let me see this hand over here, Jandy. Okay, same kind of deal. Let's do a longer one. How about a little longer one over here? And maybe a little one here. Some little leaves. Okay, thumb. Let's do a little leaf over here. Okay, nuke for like 5 seconds. Let me see this hand. Okay, we're going to do some more flowers. I'm going to turn your hand this way so I can do them kind of upside down. Let's do 1, 2, 3. And over here. 1, 2, 3. This one. 1, 2, 3. This one. Oh, this one I need to do the other way, but that's okay. We'll do one here. Let's do another one over here. Okay, thumb. All right. I feel like that one looks good. I'm just going to kind of add some dots if I feel like there's a spot where It needs to look like maybe there's some more flowers. Let me see this hand, and that one can go in the nuker. This one. Is he getting in trouble?
Sure.
Rascal. Oh, I'm sure he is. These kids take over when we're busy, don't they? They like to get in trouble. Okay, thumb. Okay, nuke. Let me see this one. All right, let's see where we need to add a little bit. I feel like, well, let's see. Over here, I like that. I think I'm going to add a little bit more white right there at the back, just to kind of even out that drawing. Same over here, just a couple. It needs some more over here. And probably just right there on the tip. Okay. Like that one looks good. Let me see this hand. Let's see. Couple dots there. Maybe a couple over here. One here. Okay. Maybe a couple here. Okay, nuke that again. Let me see your other hand. I'm going to go into that lighter green, and we're just going to add, if we feel like we need to add just like a little stem or something somewhere, which I think I'll do like right here. Just ever so slight. Right here. Yeah, I like that. Let's do another little one like that. This one, let's kind of make a vine through here and up here, through here, a little bit up here. Let's do a little bit of a vine this way, and maybe a little bit over here. Okay, nuke that hand. Let me see this one. Do you not like it? Do you like it?
I thought I touched it or something.
Oh, she thought she touched it. I thought she was looking at it like, ew. I was going to say, oh no. Let's do a little bit over here. I like this. It just kind of adds a little bit of a different pop of green. Just slight. I feel like that's enough on that finger. Little bit over here. I want a little bit at the back on this one. And maybe right over here. Okay, back by this one. Okay, nuke. All right, so let's get our top coat. Oh, wait, I forgot we were going to add a bumblebee. Let's add a bumblebee. One bumblebee per hand. So we need our yellow and black, right? Let's see. Yeah, yellow and black. Okay. Need to quit. Okay, when you're ready. All right. I'm going to let's see, where do I want to put a bumblebee on here? Not that one. Let's do this one right here. Just like that. Let me see your other hand. That one can go in the nuker. Okay, let's see, where do we want to put him here? I think I see where I want to put him. Yep, I'm going to put him right here. So just make a little yellow dot. Okay, that one can go in the nuker. Let me grab my black. Okay, now we got to be real tiny with our black. Okay, whenever you're ready. Okay, we're going to go real tiny. Let me get a little bit more black on here. Okay, here we go. All right, let's make our eyes. And I need to go darker. Hold on. Oh, I'm going to do stripes, but I want to do little eyes. Okay, eyes. Or not eyes, you know, the little head thing. I don't like that one. Let me get it. Let me do it again. Okay, clean it off if you didn't get it perfect. Okay. All right, so let's go back in the black. I want to separate those eyes a little bit further. Maybe we'll have him going this way. Not his eyes, his little ear things. Yes, antennas. Okay, nuke that one. Let me see your other one. Because bees have antennas. Okay, let's make our stripes. Okay, and the nuker with that one. And let me see your other one. Okay, let's make his little wings. His wings are going to look almost like the petals to our flowers. Okay, nuke. Let me see this guy. Okay, nuke. All right, now we can go in here with our top coat. Thank you so much. Aren't they cute? They're so cute. Okay. Before it looks too messy, I feel you. I think they're going to look really pretty though, actually. Sometimes there can be like a fine line, right, between doing the nail art and then coming out messy. I think we did a good job though. me kind of rest this here if I could. Okay. I think that's just enough. Once it shines, get it all nice and shiny, go around one more time with our file, put on our cuticle oil, and I think she's going to be gorgeous. Okay. Okay. Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot we were gonna do the bee. I probably wouldn't have gone as heavy on the flowers if I would have remembered in the first place. But it's okay. I think we still did good. Okay, Nuke. See this one? I love our bumblebee. And I'm glad I remembered. Would you have remembered, Jandy? You wouldn't have? Oh. Do you think I wasn't gonna leave room for a bumblebee?
No, I wasn't looking.
Okay. I do like those different greens though. I think it added a lot. Just kind of some texture, some depth. Okay, Nuke. All right, while she is doing that, let me, Jandy, see your hand, please. Okay, let me get her shaped up one more time. Make sure that there's not any top coat kind of holding her skin down or something. Sometimes that can happen. Make sure the nail looks nice and smooth from all the different sides. Get this one. Just want to make sure no top coat is hanging on because I hate that. And it usually does. Okay. If y'all knew how bad these dogs are being in the background, listen. They are trying to like disrupt us. They're like, excuse us. We are ready to eat our dinner, y'all. I have to tell y'all, my shaping has been, I feel like my shaping has been off lately. I'm not sure why, but it has. But I feel like the last 3 nail sets, I've kind of, I don't know, I kind of got it together. But before that, I don't know what was going on. Luckily, it was just mainly on the mannequin hands, so that I, couldn't get the shaping right. And it's probably because it breaks on me, I think. But I was not happy about my shaping, nonetheless. Okay. All right, one more getting her clean, and then we are all done. Let's get this duster here. Beat you a little bit. Is your other hand? Beat you a little bit. Okay. What, is it YouTube? Is it acting goofy? Oh.
Off the screen.
Oh.
I can't get back on it.
Oh, huh. That's odd. I love them. They're really pretty jandy. What do you guys think? Did we do a pretty good job? I know it. Y'all are hungry. I feel you. Get this rubbed in here. I'm also filling around to make sure nothing feels like it's sharp or catchy or anything like that. Okay, let me see this one. I know, we're almost done, Bubs. The dogs are furious. They have to wait, though. Okay, rub it in. Make sure this one. I know, Miss Belle. All right, let's get some lotion on you. And then we'll get things wiped down. But you do need some lotion on your hands because we did a lot of drying out things. Uh-oh, I got it on your sleeve. It's okay. It'll dry. Get that rubbed in there real nice. I know she's throwing a fit, huh? Okay, let's get this one. After I get her all lotioned up, I'm going to show you guys real nice what it looks like. Get that rubbed in. Okay, let me get a little towel here. Come here, let me see this hand. I'm just going to kind of wipe this off so that way you guys can see the nail art and so that it's shiny. Again. Because that cuticle oil will kind of dull it out. But it'll come right back. Just dulls it out for a minute. Well, the cuticle oil and the lotion. Get them squeaky clean. I don't have the fancy lotion stuff for the photo ready, but here we go, guys. You can relax. Really pretty jandy. They are gorgeous. Do you love our little bumblebees? Let me show you our little bumblebees. Really pretty. I love them. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments if you get a chance to later. And we will see you soon. Okay? All right. If you want some photos, I'll have them up on my Instagram here shortly, okay? And maybe I'll upload some to YouTube here. Thank you for sticking with me through this. And I know it was a long video, but look how gorgeous they are. I love them. Okay, I will see you soon, guys. All right, bye-bye.